Everybody gets something, but nobody gets everything. We all receive from God what we're able to handle. We don't all get what somebody else has got. You might finagle around in the world and get more than you really can handle, and it end up just ruining your life. But as God's child, if you're trusting God to give you what's right for you, it may not always, well, let's just say it won't always be the same as what somebody else has. We're not owners of anything, we're stewards. Everything that we have is a gift from God, and what He gives us, we need to invest, take good care of, and give Him a good return. From the beginning of Genesis, the Bible says, be fruitful and multiply. And really, God puts gifts in other people for us to enjoy them, not to be jealous of them. So to one He gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1. And I love this in verse 15, each according to his ability. And you don't have to feel bad about yourself because your ability is not what somebody else's is. You're not responsible for anything except what God has given you to be responsible for. You'll both be happy if you both do what you're supposed to do. And you know, really the bottom line is it's none of our business why God chooses one for one thing and another for somebody else. Maybe you're jealous of somebody who's got a lot more money than you and you just don't understand it. But there is a possibility, no matter what you think, that if you had what they have, it would be more than you could handle, and it could take you away from God. So it's kind of silly to be jealous of what somebody else has, because if that's what God wanted you to have, then you would have that. So we need to be glad for other people. And let's don't just pray for what we want. Let's ask God to give us what we can handle and still keep Him first in our lives. But we all get something. And our job is to find out what our something is and put it to good use in our life. Now listen to me, without comparing what we have to what somebody else has. It doesn't matter if what you have or can do seems big or little to you or to the world. The only thing that God holds us accountable for is to do the most we can with what He's given to us. And if we do that, the janitor in the building gets the same reward as the CEO of the company. God never expects us to do anything He hasn't given us the ability to do. Position has power. There's a lot of people, worldly people, whose lives are ruined by becoming famous or becoming rich. And so, now the man who received 5 bags of gold went at once. He went at once and put his money to work, and he gained 5 more bags. So also the one who had 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. God won't give us more than we can handle, and we should never be jealous of somebody else who has more, who think they have more than what we do. Whatever God has given you, whether it's a blessing or a challenge or a responsibility, God has given you the ability to handle it. God always gives you grace for your place. If you have a special needs child, I'm sure that challenges your life, but God will give you grace for that place. So it's pretty obvious to see why He gave the first man 5 bags of gold and the last man only 1, because the guy that got the most did the most with it, and God already knew that he would be like that. So do the most you can with what God has given you, and stop being jealous of people that you think have more than you do, because really you both just have what you can handle, and that's the thing that's important. And God tests our faithfulness. He starts by giving us something small, and if we're faithful to use that properly, then He'll promote us.